just say, who's the best quarterback all through the playoffs, and that tells us who's going to win the Super Bowl. So in the NBA, we decided today, let's do a face bracket for the NBA playoffs. And what we're trying to tell you is, who do we believe in this series being played going forward? Who will be the best player in that series? And then what will be the outcome? This isn't necessarily my picks. We're just picking best player, and let's see where it takes us. So,
okay, let's do it.
Western Conference, Rudy Gobert or Ja Morant? Well, it is a guard-driven league. Rudy Gobert, in 33 playoff games, in 30 of 33, he scored 20 or fewer. And Donovan Mitchell right now is not playing. So I would say Ja Morant is the best player in this series. He had 10 of his 26 in the fourth. And again, no, you can't stop Ja Morant. You can't keep him in front of you. So Ja Morant is the best player in the Jazz-Memphis series. Okay, next series is Dallas and the Clippers. So Luka or Kawhi Leonard. Well, let's be honest. Kawhi last 2 years has struggled late in games. Luka has not. Luka's averaging in the playoffs in his career 31, 10, and 9.5 assists. So you're asking me, late games are what decide playoffs. I would take Luka over Kawhi. LeBron, Chris Paul, Lakers, Suns. Let's not get into it. LeBron's never lost a first-round playoff series, 14-0. It's LeBron. Damian Lillard or Jokic? Portland, Denver. Okay. Jokic just set a career low in assists in a game. I think Portland's got enough bigs to make him work for it. I don't think Denver has anybody on that roster that can stop Damian Lillard. So I think Dame's going to be the best player in this series. You can take your MVP vote. I don't care. Let's go to the second round in the West. Now it's Ja Morant against Luka. Listen, Luka's got more games, more experience. This is a lot for Ja Morant to go head-to-head with Luka. And Luka's got 3 triple-doubles in 7 career playoff games. Ja Morant's got 3 triple-doubles in his career. I would take Luka. Okay, LeBron against Dame Lillard. Again, LeBron not only is great, he has owned Portland. Now, with Powell, they match up a little better against him, but LeBron has averaged 28, 10, and 10, so I'll take LeBron. And then Western Conference Finals, LeBron against Luka. Well, LeBron's reached the finals the last 9 times he's been in the playoffs, so I'm going to take LeBron over Luka in the Western Conference Finals. So there is my face bracket. So in review, Ja Morant over Rudy Gobert, Luka over Kawhi. Again, I'm not saying all time. I'm saying in that series, LeBron over Chris Paul, and Dame over Jokic. Then I take Luka over Ja Morant, LeBron over Dame, LeBron over Luka, and then LeBron wins it. So that's the Lakers in the finals of our goofy NBA face bracket. Not telling you it's what I think, although this does work out. But the Luka Kawhi one's interesting because you're like, whoa. Last 2 years, Kawhi can't close. That's what playoff games are. Luka does. I'm taking Luka over Kawhi in that series. Let's go to the East. All right, Joel Embiid or Bradley Beal. First of all, Beal's 0 for 4 this year against the Sixers. I like Bradley Beal. I don't think he's 100% right now. I would take Joel Embiid. Julius Randle, Trae Young. Now, it's not fair because yesterday Randle was bad. But let's not kid ourselves. Again, it's a Ja Morant situation. Trae Young is more explosive, a better pure shooter. He can make his own shot. Julius Randle doesn't really create his own shot much. Trae Young can get a shot anytime he wants, any day of the week, twice on Sundays. And yesterday was Sunday, and he did get it twice. So I'll take, in that spot, Trae Young. Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum. Well, listen, Kevin Durant did not play well early and still led both teams in points and rebounds. If you want to know how good Kevin Durant is, yesterday's a prime example. That was the quietest 32 points you will ever see in a game. I mean, Kevin didn't even play particularly well for about 50% of the game and ends up with 32. He is so gifted as a scorer. And then we go to Jimmy Butler against Giannis. Now, again, in this series, what'll matter more? I would take Jimmy Butler. He's a better late-game free throw shooter. He is a better offensive skill player than Giannis is. Butler, by the way, had a great year, career high in rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage for the season. I do not trust Giannis late in games. So there's your first round in the East. Let's go to the second round. Joel Embiid against Trae Young. Well, Embiid, in his last 4 playoff games, has given you 30-plus. He's a handful. Joel Embiid's the closest thing we have to Shaq. For you guys who are in your 20s and didn't see Shaq, Shaq was like Joel Embiid, both funny, both explosive, both occasionally get injured, both when they're on unstoppable. Now it's KD, Jimmy Butler. Well, I think KD is a more gifted offensive player. By the way, they've met 10 times, and KD has beaten Jimmy Butler 7 of the 10 times they've met. And KD has outscored Jimmy Butler in every single game they have met. And say, now we go to the conference finals. Look at Embiid. Embiid even looks funny. He's like laughing in the picture. The still shot, he's happy. So Embiid against Kevin Durant. Well, Kevin Durant, this is an amazing stat if you really think about it. Kevin Durant, because he's had injuries and missed playoff games, right? Kevin Durant has 41 playoff games with over 30 points or 30-plus points. KD's a 2-time NBA champ. He's a 2-time finals MVP. So in big games, you would take KD. And so now, in review, let's look at the Eastern bracket. So I took Embiid over Bradley Beal, Trae Young over Julius Randle, KD over Jason Tatum, and Jimmy Butler over Giannis. You see that right there. Second round, I took Embiid over Trae Young. I took KD over Jimmy Butler. He's had his number. Then I take KD over Joel Embiid. And now we get LeBron against KD. Oh, they're smiling now. One of them's going to be crying after that. LeBron has averaged more points, more rebounds, and more assists than KD in 14 career head-to-head playoff matchups. Bet you didn't know that. LeBron's a 4-time champ, a 4-time finals MVP. KD's half that with both. I would take LeBron. I say this with reservation based on what mood and what level of motivation Anthony Davis has.
That's not how the face bracket works. It's just about LeBron.
That's right. You're right. My bad. You just pick it on faces. Not
just the best player.
Huh?
It's just the best player in this series.
Yes. In that series, who will be the best player? Like Jimmy Butler, Giannis. I picked Milwaukee. But you cannot, just like Kawhi, Luka. Kawhi, last 6 minutes. Non-factor. Giannis, last 5 minutes. I don't want the ball in his hands. So you're telling me in the moment, even though I picked Milwaukee, and I didn't sell any of my stock yesterday on Milwaukee. I'm like, they're inartistic. This is what they are. This is how Milwaukee's going to win the game. Like when I watch the Knicks, I'm like, yeah, all the games in this series are going to look just like that. In fact, if you're a Knicks fan, you could wake up this morning and go, it's kind of encouraging. That's the worst game Julius Randle's played in a month. And we could have won the game. I mean, I think
yesterday you were pretty frustrated, but yeah, once you've settled down a little bit.
Think about it.
Like you wouldn't. The thing about the first game of the series is we all overreact to it.
Of course.
And put way too much emphasis on it. But because as a fan, you want to get that first game.
Well, in the first, the team that wins the first game wins 79% of the games.
Yeah, it's not that it doesn't matter. It certainly matters.
Ask yourself this, though. Isn't it weird? You know you have an institutional problem.